Good morning, Sandra Dillon, Parkway Church in Madison, Mississippi. I have my guest gardener with me today, Bishop Dillon. And when we were traveling and evangelizing, the pastor would go to introduce him and they would say, "We now turn the service to Brother Dillon and the Lord." Now, today, I'm going to turn it to Bishop Dillon, the gardener, and the Lord.
When she asked me to help her with Friday Fire, I got to thinking of the seasons that when you see the beautiful blooming flowers, I thought of the time when the pruning came and they came and began to cut away what looked like such a loss, what looked like something that should never have happened. And I told her, I said, why are they cutting this back so much? And the individual doing it said it has to happen because you see the fragrance of the flower is truly determined by the cutting back, so the nutrients can come to that flower, so the beautiful fragrance can be real. This smells so wonderful. But at that point of time, I thought, why is it that they have to cut away so much? It looks like loss. But this is the way life is. Life is the same way. I'm talking to someone that there's been some pruning, cutting back, loss, hurt, pain. And you said, oh, why? Why am I going through all of this? Why am I suffering like this? I'll tell you why. Because the only way the fragrance can be administered into our lives is sometimes when we have to cut back the things that's really not needed, that we can rely upon what is truly essential to bring us to the real purpose. The real purpose here is beauty, of course, but the real purpose is to walk out and to smell that fragrance. It just brightens the morning. It just pushes back the dark clouds on a horizon that may not be as beautiful to you. But I tell you now, you can become that beautiful rose with a fragrance that smells so sweet if you're willing to go through the pruning. It is the pruning process that makes it all. I'm about to take you back to my garden, my tomatoes, and prove a point to you that is so essential. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this right here growing between the main vine and the outcropping of this tomato plant is what they call a sucker. You see, the small tomatoes here will never reach their full potential until this sucker is broke off, because it will only get larger and larger. It will get to the point to where it will take away from the fullness, the potential, and the true purpose of these tomatoes. Because you see, life is that way. There are many suckers that come into our lives too that will take away from your fulfillment, from you reaching your true potential. And so therefore, what does God do? God sees the purpose. God sees the plan. And so what God does is just, He takes off the sucker. He discards it. He takes it away, so we can reach that potential that God wants us to reach. You see, this is where we are today, that many times we go through the pruning process and we fight against it. We don't like it. It hurts. It is a process that must take place for us to reach the purity, the fragrance, and the fullness of what God has ordained. God bless you. You see, this is really what it's all about. You see, it's turning. We're going to take it inside and let it get fully ripe, and then we're going to slice it and have tomato sandwich, because really that's what it was planted for. And remember, that's what you're planted for too, is to reach that fullness. Thank you today for listening to Friday Fire. Please share this with someone. Maybe it's you that's going through the pruning process right now. I don't know. But I do know one thing. God has a plan. And if you're going through the pruning, just don't curse the darkness. Light a candle and say, there's a destiny beyond all of the pain. So God bless you today is our prayer. Thank you.